Am I the asshole for losing it and telling in-laws to stop calling me mama and trying to erase my identity? I have 2 kids, 2 female, 4 female. I fucking hate how everyone thinks of me as being just a mommy now. I don't get to be my own person. I'm just mommy. Husband doesn't face this. He gets gifts from everyone that have to do with his hobbies. Me? I get a bunch of mommy shit. Tee-hee, mommy needs wine. And like matching outfits. I don't mean like one of those cutesy matching pajama sets that the nurses and horsegirls wear in their staged Christmas Insta pics. I mean like, people actually think I'm going to go out in public wearing some cutesy matching outfits with my toddlers. As though I think they're mini versions of myself? Or dolls? From the time we got to the in-laws, it was mama, this and mama, that. At some point, my sil said it and I said, "You know my name is Carmen, right?" She just looked at me funny and said, "Of course, silly." I said, "So why do you keep calling me mama? You aren't going around calling husband papa?" Sil just looked at me like I had 2 heads and was like, okay. This went on all over Christmas. "Here you go, mama. Want another slice, mama?" At that point I was just like, do you guys mind calling me by my name instead of calling me mama? The same Sil as before did the whole golly gee doe-eyed thing and said, "But you're such a good mama." I said that I'm not just a mom. I gestured to the things that husband got for Christmas from them, and said, "Why didn't you guys get him anything that says, Papa? Everything you gave me is somehow related to me being a mom. Why does he get to be his own person?" Mill grabbed my hand and squeezed it and said that she was sorry that she made me feel like this. She was just so excited about being a grandma and she never really thought of things like that. I was feeling a little better until SIL2 and SIL3 started going after me. One of them did that whole, "Are you okay? Do you need to talk someone? You sound so angry, it isn't healthy" faux concern thing that's meant to shame you for having any emotional response. The other one was angry and saying that, "Is being a mom somehow beneath you?" and, "Do you think you're better than the rest of us?" and all that. When we finally left, he asked me why I'd kept it in for so long, and I said that I haven't. No one listened to me before. I've said these things plenty of times. I've always asked them to call me by my name and not some disgusting nickname that boils me down to giving birth. He nodded, but said that I'd put a big pallor on the weekend and that I need to apologize for the outburst at some point. I said sure, as soon as Sills apologized to me for dehumanizing me for years. We're at a stalemate. Am I the asshole? No. Your Sills owe you an apology and you owe them fucking nothing. Even after. Not the asshole. Once again, this is a case of family members needing to be confronted about their behavior, because politely asking them to stop didn't work. And then it's all, "Why didn't you say something?" And #X200B. Your answer to your husband is exactly correct. If you need to apologize for your outburst, then they need to apologize for their failure to listen to you until you reached your breaking point and had an outburst. Not the asshole. Your Mill reacted appropriately in my opinion, saying she didn't realize and had no ill intent, which I believe. Your point is well made and your Sills just seem like people who can't take feedback. Many of my female friends who had children have expressed the same frustration as you. You're right to speak up. Am I the asshole for offering to write my in-laws a check to pay off what they gave my husband for university? F27. Received an inheritance when my grandmother passed away when I was 16. It went into a trust since I wasn't an adult. I didn't need it for school and my parents didn't make me pay to live with them when I was a student. I met my husband in high school and we went long distance when he was accepted into a great school out of state. He got a lot of financial assistance and his parents helped him so he didn't have to take out student loans. When we got married we used some of my inheritance for a down payment on our home. We are not like some people in this sub. Our finances are our finances. We both work and pay for everything together. My in-laws are not well off but they are not poor. They did not go into debt to help their son with his education. But they hold it over his head. Every time that we get together they insist on questioning his life decisions. He lives them and will not tell them to leave him alone. I have spoken to him about it because I can see it hurts him. So together we decided to end this. We saw them for Thanksgiving and when they started in on him about going back to school to get his MBA instead of just working he told them to drop it. He said that just because they helped him did not give them the right to dictate his life. Any decisions he made for his future were for us to make and not them. They acted very insulted and said that they were his parents and they had a right to their opinions. He said he didn't want to hear their opinions about our finances anymore. Well, we just got home from visiting them over Christmas. It was a shit show. They started in on all their children, saying how each one should be making better decisions since they weren't going to be there to fix their problems with money. As we had agreed, I had my checkbook ready. I pulled it out and asked them to please tell me the exact amount they wanted for their son's education. I said that I would pay them and then expect them to never bring it up again. They got very upset. They said it wasn't about the money. It was their children they were looking out for. All his other siblings told me that I was being an asshole for telling my in-laws how to talk to their kids. 2 of them have borrowed money from them and 1 still lives at home and needs them for school. We don't need them for their money. My in-laws finally agreed that they would not talk about our choices. But when we left, it was still very tense. My husband and I are satisfied with how it turned out, but his family is still mad at us. Are we the assholes? Not the asshole. Your in-laws sound manipulative. They need to work on their boundaries. Some people need you to spell it out for them, which sucks, but you made a necessary bold move to instigate a bit of change. Info. Can you write me a check? I'll never question your husband's decisions again. Not the asshole and good for you, put them in their place. The simple of it is that continually bringing up, that thing we did for you, as a reason to dictate what you should do is a form of abuse. Stomping that crap like you did is the best way to deal with it. Not the asshole, pay it off. Can't stand when people hold this type of crap over their children. Manipulation is not good parenting. Am I the asshole for telling brother-in-law he has a good life because he's living off of my sister? My family is Vietnamese and our parents were typical Viet parents. They immigrated to the US and the entire time we were growing up, they emphasized the importance of education. They pushed us hard and extracurricular activities that didn't boost or chance of getting into college were not allowed. I hated seeing my friends join the cheerleading squad while I had to be in band. My friends were able to go to school dances while I had to go to tutoring. I resented my parents for many years and told them so. Their answer were always the same: hate us all you want now but thank us later. I'm now a surgeon and all my siblings have high-paying careers. The siblings with the lowest salary makes almost $160,000 a year as a supervising pharmacist in a hospital. We're all living very well and are very happy with our lives. Now that I'm a mother, I can admit that my parents were right. My sister, an attorney, is married to Bill. He's not Asian and works as a chef at a restaurant. Unlike movies or cooking shows, he's only making about $50,000 a year while his wife is pulling in about $500,000 as a partner in her firm. Over Christmas we were gathered at my parents' and I was asked by my niece, my brother's daughter, about my career. Her parents are pushing her into the medical field and she wanted to know what it takes. During our conversation, she said she wants to be a teacher and not a doctor. She told me she feels pressured into studying too much and can't enjoy life like her friends. I pointed out that I went through the exact same thing and teaching won't give her the life she's accustomed. I said if she's a doctor, she can always teach on the side. I told her about a colleague who's also a physician and volunteers to teach in his old high school. Brother-in-law overheard us and chimed in about how she should follow her dream of teaching because money does not equal happiness. He pointed out that he makes as much as a teacher and lives a great life. I didn't appreciate his nosiness, so I replied that he has a great life because my sister makes 10x his salary and bought him his brand new $125,000 electric car for Christmas. I turned to my niece and told her unless she wants to live off of someone, she needs to make her own money. Brother-in-law got his feelings hurt and went to complain to my sister. She told me I was wrong to say that to brother-in-law and that I should apologize. I'm refusing since I only stated the truth, but now they're refusing to come to my house for Viet New Year. I'm hosting the entire family, unless I apologize. Not the asshole. Truth is indisputable. He used himself as an example of happiness when his happiness is based on the hard work of his wife. Sure, money isn't everything, but if he wasn't married to his wife his life would look very different than it does now. I'm not a fan of parents forcing kids into careers. Your niece is not you and the world she's growing up in is very different. Your ability to deal with your parents' expectations are different than hers. I'd caution you to support your niece in whatever career path she chooses, whether it is teaching or medicine. There is value in great teachers and great doctors. Society needs both. Unless she wants to live off of someone, she needs to make her own money. Every child should grow up believing this. Not the asshole for sharing this sentiment with your niece. Would I be the asshole if I moved out because my mom wants another baby and marriage? I, 15 female, told my mom and family that if my mom has another baby I will move out and go live with my dad. My mom already has 7 kids. I've been basically helping raise them since I was 7 due to absent fathers for most of them. I love my siblings to death, but another one would drive me crazy. The youngest just turned 1. About 2-3 months ago my mom came home bringing a guy from the inner city with her. He's my aunt's child's father. My mom's sister. While I want my mom to be happy, it makes me feel really weird and sad for my younger cousin. It is an understatement to say that her side of the family is angry. Not even a week after her bringing him home she tells me they plan to get married very soon. I told her that if she had another one I will leave. She thought I was joking. About a month ago she found out she was pregnant but miscarried. After that she says she feels something missing and that they're gonna try for another one. The fact that she is trying to have one after not even fully raising the ones she already had kind of angers me. I wouldn't treat that child as if they were my sibling, and I feel bad for saying that because it's not their fault, but I wouldn't. She thinks she's pregnant again and I'm still dead set on leaving. Would I be the a-hole? Not the asshole. You are being abused. Definitely not the asshole. Your mother is irresponsible and escapist. Do you have somewhere safe to go? Not the asshole. If your father can provide a better and more stable living situation for you, then go. At 15 you should not be responsible for raising your siblings. With that said, a new child will be your sibling regardless if you like it or not. Shunning the new baby serves no purpose, but again it should not be your responsibility to raise the new baby. My biggest thing on why I haven't left yet is that she's been doing really good lately outside of this situation and the constant fighting with her boyfriend. I don't want to leave and make her mad or put her under too much stress to the point that she relapses and then my siblings really aren't in a safe environment. As far as CPs, we all have been in foster care for about 2 years besides the younger 2, and my little brother really wasn't treated right.